Hey guys, what's up? Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun on my Bill Clairvoyant Facebook page. Not on Bill Hobart, but Bill Clairvoyant. Yes, this is a 99% clairvoyant reading. And so if you're watching this live, hello. If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. Please leave a little comment. Please more than hi, Bill, because that will send YouTube algorithms around the planet with the show, and it helps everybody see it. I'm now doing things on YouTube. No, not on YouTube. I'm sorry. On Facebook and on Instagram. Short vids, reels. Okay. So if you see them, share them. Okay. I would appreciate it. So, yeah. Hey, Laura. Hi, Haley. What's going on? Today's gonna be a really good show. It's going to be a menu type video. I can turn my light on. So we're gonna talk about a lot of stuff. Hey, Claro. Hey, Carol. Hey, Patrick. I'm gonna do this because I don't want it to be not much better, but you got to see my gross neck, my turkey neck. Anyway, so yeah. Hey, Allison Strange. Yeah, so it is a pretty good day in Detroit. The dog is running up and down the stairs. I don't know why. Getting her exercise, I guess. She's been a little crazy today. So you'll probably hear a little bit of back and forth. So that's cool. But she's a baby. She's 7 months old now. So it's all good. But like I said, menu, this is going to be, hey, Sherry, I'm going to do that thing for you and me tonight. I got time. So, hey, Vicky Belen, what's going on? So yeah, it's going to be a menu video. There's lots of stuff to talk about. Spirit wants me to oh my God. Are you okay down there? Cause you just messed with my light. Don't sit down like you're my baby. Cause you're chasing your squeaker. You got to pay attention, sister. You got to pay attention. Anyway, she's now a toddler. So she's gone from baby to toddler. So, and she's proving it. Trust me. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. She's a lot for me. Yeah. Summertimes that probably would be better. Hey, Kathy. So anyway, menu video. We're going to go over some things that we've talked about for the past 3, 4, 5 years. Just because Spirit says it has to be reapplied. Things are really changing really fast. And I guess I didn't need the light. Spirit just said, see, you didn't need that light, Bill. I'm like, okay. Could you have told me that before I thought about it? But no. Okay, so chimes. It's been 3 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to start because yes. Okay. So yeah. So Sherry's right. So okay. Let me get my head on and my connection good. Okay. Because I was watching some things. You know how I watch videos and I get interested, and it connects me to Spirit. Yeah, okay. I think sometimes because they don't think I'm going to pay attention, but I always pay attention, so I don't understand why they would think I don't pay attention. But anyway, surrendering, okay? First thing, surrendering. Talk about last week, talk about weeks before, whatever. That we're going to talk about first? Yes. Spirit wants everybody to look at how much they've done in a week, okay? What have they decided to let go of? What have they decided to work on? And how are they going to work on it? Is it going to be for your, the ego's going to help you get through it? Never. Or are you just going to say, you know what? I need you to bring it to me. I'm going to flow. I'm going to not get my energy all worked up in that. Cause that's what surrender is. And it's very, very hard sometimes, guys. I'm in a place of trying to be in that surrender space, and it is very, very difficult sometimes. Okay. Energy is what it is. It can be brutal. All right. And and I've talked to a couple people and they're all feeling the exact same way. So if you are too, that's okay. Okay. Because surrendering is surrendering to that. right? Letting it happen, not beating yourself up, because the ego's going to want to, right? That, oh my gosh, the sky's going to fall. Oh my gosh, this is going to happen. Oh my gosh, you promised, and it's not working out, and blah, 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 blah. Okay? That's me. It's all going to work out in the end, right? And there's nothing that we can do to change that. All right? So when you surrender, it's surrendering everything. It is your thought process, right? It is your thinking that you know. You don't know. Don't know. Okay? We can believe that ego, right? We don't believe it's ego. But we will be thinking in our head, why was just thinking, Bill? Don't think. Don't think. Because when you think, that's ego. Ego is in every single part of that conversation in your head. It's never you. Because who are you? Ego, right? Until you're hearing destination or directions or anything like that, which you will, okay? It's ego in your head. Say it out loud. Don't use it in your head. I'm telling you, if you use it in your head, it's going to absolutely they're going to sabotage you. Guaranteed. Okay? So speak your stuff out loud. That's surrender. Okay? So understanding that is a really, really important thing. Okay? And it's tough. I mean, again, it's been a week. And how are you doing? Okay? How are you surrendering? How are you in your thought process? Is ego in your brain, mind less and less, or is it not? Is it more intense? Because again, fear breeds ego. Okay? Fear breeds ego, because that's what ego's all about. It's about making what you're fearing, bringing it and believing, and having you believe that it's going to come to fruition. It's not. It's not. It's not going to at all. It's about understanding that what they're trying to get you to believe is a lie. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. And ego, that's not true, that's a lie. You have to say it out loud. You've got to call it out like you would call out your best friend. That's the way it works. Okay? That's the way it's always going to work. I gotta let the dog outside, guys. I'll be right back, okay? Two seconds. Just gonna bark at the kids coming home from school, which is kind of silly. So, okay. So that is surrender, revisited. We'll probably do that over and over again, okay? Now, something about 5 years ago. We talked about this 5 years ago. What is that, Spirit? Allowing, okay? Throughout our lifetimes, we have not had choices. We have not had choices of learning. We have not had choices of allowing, okay? It's about when you are sitting by yourself or in your car or whatever it might be. It is allowing the flow, okay? Ego, when it's in charge and you're in fear, you constrict. So, honey, you're in 3D. Right back down. Everything around you goes to 3D. What you attract, 3D. And you're still thinking 4 and 5D. No. That's why this and anger have to be neutralized, right? Because if you don't neutralize it, or at least work on it by ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Spirit, what is right here? I don't understand what this is. I'm so angry today. I'm so disappointed today. I'm so sad today. I'm so depressed today. Because those are real. Those are real. Because you are going through this monumental transformation that your body's never gone through before. Your soul's never gone through it. Right? I know. Spirit just went, your whole being has never gone through it before. So you have to give it a break. Understanding that as you go through it, it gets easier and easier and easier. But when you are in fear, you constrict. That's why all them freaking crazy ass thoughts come back to your head, right? I mean, crazy stuff that wouldn't be there if you weren't in the space of fear. Is life fearful right now? It can be. But don't let the crazy MFers outside, who think the world's going to end and who think that stops your flow, right? Everything in our environment right now, because of the shift, is fear-based and allows ego to reach back and try to control you, which is true. You can't let that happen. How do you do that? Talking out loud, right? Doing just a meditation to change the energy in your body. Thinking of that first, instead of allowing your ego to completely take you back into places from your childhood, from your 20s, your 30s, your 40s, your 50s, right? When things weren't great. Well, life in 3D has never been great. It's all about survival. And all of us know this who are older, right? That it wasn't that great. It was a struggle. We thought we were doing good, right? Because most of us were succeeding. But we absolutely weren't in the right space at the right time. We were waiting until this big epiphany happens. Did we know that as humans? No. Hey, Molly. Not at all. No. But now we do. So that's why all of you that are watching Coach for the Soul, right? Or any other spiritual, soul coaching kind of thing, understand the people who are not on their journey and the people who are. I was saying something to somebody today that I'm waiting for there to be a astrological spiritual dating site, right? There's so many people now, again, like the 60s, right? Because you guys probably aren't old enough, some of you are, that, Woodstock and Goose Lake in Michigan, the rock and roll festivals, things like that. Everything was about, hey, what's your sign? And people should think that's so stupid. Well, no, they knew, those hippies, my brother, knew what that meant if they don't know why it meant, but it meant that they could match together, right? Right? Or break up because it didn't work out the way that they thought. Did my brother know about that? No, it was all here. And for most of the people who were stoned, high on all kinds of drugs, which are some kind which people are understanding now that that's a way to connect to spirit with mushrooms and things like that. It truly is for people who are blocked. See, so what was then is now. Astrology is going to be a massive part of our future, right? And those people who were stoned, their ego wasn't in charge at all. Did it eventually? My brother didn't. Trust me. He was a free spirit. He was going to do whatever he wanted to do. Drove my mother and father nuts. Drove me nuts, right? Because I was a structured mainline. Not anymore. Trust me, not anymore. As most of us are, right? We're not who we were back in the 70s, 80s, and 90s. We're not. Okay? Because they change us without us knowing we're being changed. We're being shifted. Our parents pass away. Our grandparents pass away. Brothers and sisters pass away in our 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. See? Changes your whole life. But what you have to keep in the front of your mind all the time is flowing. Flowing, flowing, flowing. Making sure that what you want can make its way to you. So that you can make sure that everything that is yours, James, gets to you in amount of time that you preset before you came to the planet. Truly. And understanding that what we did 5 years ago is an amazing feat. 3 years ago, 6 years, right? Again, I started my journey 10 years ago this July. And oh, what a journey it has been. It has been a bunch of bleh, right? But transformation sucks. It truly sucks. And anybody who says that it doesn't suck, if they give you all these dreams, no. Maybe that's you, when it's not really not. That's just what's coming out of their mouth. Because I want you to still follow them. I think I tell the truth. It's like, no, transformation sucks. And everything changes. And nobody likes change. But how much change happens when we're asleep and we wake up and we go, wow, how do I know that? How do I know that? But you have to be conscious when we're awake, as conscious as we can be. The cool thing is that time is going so fast that I can't believe it. The show was 3 o'clock already, and it was Thursday. The week's gone. What happened to the week? Because time is running so fast, because we're running towards our future, Spirit always says. We're running towards, not physically, but our bodies are moving faster towards our future than ever before. Like Spirit has always said, we have to be prepared with exhaustion to be received when we get there. Everybody is in the same collective consciousness. We're moving forward for a reason, okay? For a reason. We're in 2,000 years of feminine energy as of 2012, okay? We were in 2,000 years of masculine energy, 2012 and backwards, right? It's a long-ass time. It's a long-ass time, okay? So now we got 20 years, 20 years in the age of Aquarius, right? With Pluto there. But that age of Aquarius is going to go for the next 2,000 years after 2012, right? We were just getting ready for the age of Aquarius in 2012. How? Why? Because Pluto was in freaking Capricorn since 2008. Capricorn is the structure of our lives. It's the structure of our planet. It's the structure of everything. Now, it's not as intense. It's not as boundarified. It's not as no, this is the plan, this is the plan, this is the plan. It's not. Okay? Another amazing thing is Saturn, the planet of restriction, is in Pisces till 2026. That's why all of a sudden more people are becoming clairvoyant, psychic, able to see dead people, able to talk to guides that are upper level guides out of the blue. Because Pisces softens Saturn, because Saturn is dirt. It's boundaries. It's structure. What does water do to structure? Look at California. Takes it right at the foundation and moves it down the river. That's what's going on with all of us, which I find fascinating because it's true. Saturn rules Capricorn, right? So not only are we moving down the stream at a faster pace because Pisces flattens Saturn to a point, it also affected me because Saturn is my controlling planet. We just went through 15 years of transformation. See? So all of us are moving forward at a fast pace, not only because of Saturn and Pisces, but also quantum leap energy. Last year was times 10. This year's times 100. Right? 2026 is a massive year. Massive year. Why? Because Saturn goes into Aries. And that's, it's the ram, right? So if you think about it, right, is that how has your life changed since 2008? How's it changed since 2012? How's it changed since 2000 with the pandemic? And how's it changed in the last 3.5, 4 years? A lot. A lot of things have been wiped off your plate. Okay? Marriage, love, new job, new place to live, new environment, new everything. New everything. And if it hasn't, you got to wonder why. Because 99% of humans on the planet are moving forward. 1% of the people are not going forward because there's going to be the big whatever, the big removal, let's say, right? So everyone is connected. Everyone is connected. It's if they've chosen in this lifetime to move forward. If they haven't, then when they pass, they will go back to the galaxy, the planets that they came from, not to return again. Also, fascinates me. With Pluto in Aquarius, okay? Because we're in feminine energy, we're moving backwards in time of ascension. Okay? What does that mean? 2,000 years of masculine energy was all about war and conquering and absolute destruction. Because I need to conquer you so you can't conquer me. Okay? Now, since 2012, going into feminine energy, which is Aquarius, right? It's an air sign. Okay? We're going into 20 years of Aquarius in having Pluto in Aquarius, but also 2,000 years of Aquarius energy, Piscean energy, Aries energy, Taurus energy. How? Because of Pluto. Pluto moves backwards in astrology. Okay? But Pluto in Aquarius now opens up the door for us to go back to who we used to be in ancient civilizations. Okay? We're talking thousands of years ago. Like Spirit has talked about before, we all have ancient money packed away for now. It's all there, right? Because none of us were poor. There's no such thing as being poor in ancient civilizations. Okay? The slaves did not come with us into this reincarnation. Okay? Understand that. That they, okay. Well, that's what you told me. Guide number 2 just said, well, Bill, the slaves came as 3 deers. Okay, makes sense. That they're not coming back. They left, and then they came back. Makes sense. That all they are. Oh, I don't know what they're called, Spirit. Extras. Extras in a movie. That's what the 3 deers are. They fill in the spaces, Spirit says. All right? So think about how many years you have left. Don't really know, but you can guess, right? I think I got maybe 40. I'm hoping for 45, right? Maybe 50. I'm hoping, I'm thinking, I'm asking for, right? Chimes. Because we're going to actually reverse time. Hence why we're going back into ancient civilizations. But with no disease, no monetary problems, no housing problems, no anything like that. That is all being rectified with the circus outside. Okay? Get that. That's not you. Okay? So try to wrap your head around the fact that as we get older, myself, right? Me, let's say Molly, Joy, Pat, some other people watching the show at the moment, we're going to start looking younger as we go backwards right now. Reverse thing. Vicky just said reversing time, and we are. Because we're going back to who we used to be. Okay? Now, what time is that? Okay, it's 3:24. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little politics thing because the Spirit says that I have to today. All right? And I don't like doing it, although I'm a political person big time. I don't like to spread what I've been told from them to the masses. Okay, that's not what I do. But it has to do with our spirituality. All right? So, all the things that are going on, indictments and trials and stuff like that from the former person, right? I learned some things that I wasn't going to share, but they say that I have to. All right, and I think and I know why, so I'm going to do that. Okay, so I've always talked about, or I have talked about, that there's aliens on the planet already. There's ETs on the planet already, right? And that they're going to show themselves in the next 2, 3, 4 years, right? Now, I got this a couple weeks ago, and I found it pretty amazing because I believe it, because it came from them, right? So, there is renegade reptilians. Most people think those are bad people and they're bad entities, and they're not. Okay, renegade reptilians that have broken away from their system of government, I would say. And there are two of them in lockstep at the moment. One's from Russia and one's from the United States. And those are renegade animals. Okay? We would classify them as animals. They're actually beings. That's why they're in step. That's why they're in step with each other. They're both renegades. They're not gonna. They've never followed a rule. Renegades don't. They don't have a maker because they don't believe in who actually brought them to their group, right? They think that everything's theirs. So kind of like the cowboys in the West in the United States, right? Robbing the stagecoach, robbing the train, right? Doing all those things because they were renegades. Well, they're on the planet, and it is interesting that I got that information because I was watching a show one night, and Spirit's like, "Oh, by the way, that person right there is a renegade." And I'm like, "Well, what's a renegade?" He goes, "It's a ET that is reptilian who does not follow the rules, who is a renegade." I said, "Oh, well, that makes sense." And then they kind of explained more things as the night went on. Could you imagine that, watching TV and all of a sudden you got this thing going in your head, which I totally get, right? I totally get it. So when everything comes down, right? When everything happens this year and probably sometimes next year, he'll be convicted, okay? And if he isn't gone first, all right? And so is the other guy. So are all of them on the planet, like Spirit has said. By 2030, all the dictators will be gone by 2030, except for China, all right? Never knew how this was going to happen. I just thought, well, you know, it's going to, maybe it's going to be assassination. They're going to die, whatever. Well, there's also a reptilian guard that is on the planet trying to capture the renegades that are on the planet, okay? And others that are not in power, but they're here. And they come and go at will, Spirit had said, okay? I know this is kind of weird, everybody, so, stick with me if you want to know, that when the former guy gets convicted, because he will, right? And he's put in a compound by himself, right? I've nothing but a remote control, no cell phone, no anything, right? And Spirit had always said that it's going to be the Marines and the Army that will surround the compound to protect him from anybody who wants to break him out and take him with them in the other country or somewhere else in the country, outside of our country. And I said, "Oh, yeah, Spirit, that's the Army and the Marines." He goes, "Well, those are protectors in a human suit." Okay. I said, "Well, why would that be?" Because of the renegades. The plan is if he can get out of here before he's supposed to go in the compound, but that's not going to happen. But those are going to try. All right? And I went, "Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense because he doesn't want to be here if he's in prison." And Spirit said this, that's why the guards are in human suits. They have abilities that humans do not have yet. Yes. I went, "That's freaking fascinating." He goes, "Yes, all of those guards will be amphibians." But they're a peaceful people, Spirit says. They're a peaceful, they're a peaceful group. He used people just because I would, take that in. That's another fascinating fact. Okay? Because he's going to be broke. But he'll get money from one of the other humans on the outside, renegades on the inside. Saudi Arabia. Okay? And Spirit spelled that out. I'm like, really? He goes, why do you think he put all his family in jail? Because they're not reptilians. They're not renegades. That's why they're renegades, right? So the sequel will continue, Spirit says, until the day that human one is incarcerated, which will crush him, which will absolutely crush him. All right? But that's why the guard is here also, is to protect us, the light workers, from anything that could happen to us. Remember I said last year, I said, probably 100 times in the past 5-6 years. We're not going to get hurt, right? We're not going to get hurt. Not going to get hurt. See? Because they're going to protect us. Because we're the light workers, we're the seeds, right? We're the star seeds. Nothing's going to happen at all to anything that is ours. Is the world going to shift and change? Oh my gosh, you're going to see the world shift and change. Is the next 6 years going to be rough? Not really. Might be rough for somebody, but not going to be rough for us. See? It's about believing that you're 100% protected, that you are no matter how far you are in your journey or how your ego thinks you're not any good, even though your dog is playing with her squeaky toy in the kitchen, right? And now she's going to take it outside. There you go, honey. There you go. Yep. There we go. See? It's all going to be fine. What our job is to make sure that we are, it's 333. Check that stuff out. Awesome. What our job is to keep ourselves flowing. What our job is to keep ourselves grounded. Not into the center of the frickin' earth. Unless you're having a bad day and you need to send that energy into the planet. That's fine. That's fine. See? That's fine. Yes, Billy, they will. And that's fine. But if you want to ground yourself like a pine tree, just on the surface. So you just put yourself down, right? But don't go all the way to the core of the earth. Because then when you have to ascend, you'll be freaking Stretch Armstrong. Here. Okay? Nobody wants that. So as we go forward and we start to get arrivals, as we start to be, how can Spirit put this without sounding bad? You're gonna have a lot of stuff going on, and your family may not be cool with it, right? And so don't let that affect you in a way where, oh my God, my family doesn't like me. Oh my gosh, my friends don't. That's part of the deal. You're going to lose friends, you're going to lose family, because guess what? That's the way it is. You chose to be this person. And mostly we're the black sheep. I mean, honestly, we're usually the people in the family who don't fit in the family. We're usually outside the herd, H-E-R-D, right? But not being fearful is the whole thing, because this is fine. It's our attachment to them that doesn't serve us any longer. And they may still be attached to you, but that's only because they need your energy. They need your energy to live on. They need your energy to make them feel better. Because you're the person I always talk to. Yeah, but then when you do that, what do you do with all the energy that's in your body from that person? But I have to, no you don't. You got 330 million people to teach in the United States of America. And they're not going to do that. I love you, but. I love you, but. Because what that does is you are absolutely cutting the cord. It's a straw-sized cord, but you're cutting the cord of I'm her go-to person. I'm my mom's go-to person. I'm my brother. No, you don't be that person. You have to. Because if you don't, what's going to happen is you're going to doubt who you are. They're fine. Chimes. They're waiting for you to follow your soul journey, which is cut the damn cord. Because she has to be on her own thing. He's got to be on her own thing. Right? Will they be on your thing? Definitely. They will send right underneath yourself. They will. But right now, they're keeping you grounded in 3D. With 3D bullshit, right? That no longer matters. Because you can talk, hey Kristen, you can talk to your blue in the face to many, many people, right? Many, many people. And they'll be, oh, I feel wonderful. But they don't follow anything that you say. I see that every day. Every day, every day, every day. And then they wonder, well, Bill, how come things aren't changing? Well, because you don't follow. You don't believe. Your ego is so strong that it stops you from moving forward. It doesn't want you to. It stops you from meditating. It stops you from everything. And it does. Because it wants you to keep you in 3D. But so does your family. So does your job. So does everything on the planet. It doesn't want to shift. It doesn't want to change. That's why it happens slowly. But when you're in that energy, just allow yourself to flow. Just sit back and shut the hell up and clear your mind. But I can't stop my mind from, then do a meditation. Spirit, that's not, or ego, that's not you, that's a lie. Ego, stop. I'm not listening to that. I just need to be silent right now. And many, many times, as you do that over and over again, the blessing is it happens much faster. I think the ionizer sound. Yeah, I think it is. So another thing is deep breathing. All right? The deep breathing part of this whole ascension is how long does it take you to get lightheaded in breath? Go outside, girl. There she goes. Yeah. How long? Does it take you 4 breaths? Does it take you 5 breaths? Does it take you 11 breaths? What does it take? It takes me 3. And I'm amazed with that because that's not, I can't imagine having 3 breaths and being in a cleared mind meditation that's quiet and just being. But as you do that, the more that you practice, you will be like, okay, I can breathe in 11 times before and elongate my exhale before I really get into a place where I feel like I'm floating, right? And then you practice that, and then it becomes 10. Then it becomes 9. Then it becomes 8. Then it becomes 7. And 6. And 5. And 5. And 5. And 5. And then 4. And 4. And 4. And 4, and 4, until finally one day you do 3 breaths and you go, wow, that's freaking crazy. I think that's awesome. I love it. Because that's how you sit on your freaking couch in the morning, do your breath work, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, right? Just sit there and just be blank. It'll happen. Trust me. If I can do it and I'm a thinking machine with them, you need that. You're exhausted. Why are you exhausted? Because our bodies are going WTF. Don't understand what the heck is going on with my body. You're like boom, 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 boom. I think I fell down the steps, Spirit says. And you go, man, oh man, at least I didn't break a leg or an arm or whatever, shoulder, whatever, right? But you just went through 5, 10, 15 years of time, past life. In this lifetime. See? That's how it works. So the more that you can that you can use your breath work to connect to yourself, your heart space, and them, the better. The better. Because as we go into the rest of the year, to keep yourself balanced, because I'm telling you, most of you guys, including myself, are going to have a big O WTF in our head at least once a week. Because they're going to give us epiphany after epiphany after epiphany after epiphany. Okay? You're going to have deja vu again and again and again and again. I have deja vu at least twice a day for the past month and a half. I had a deja vu today in this apartment, right? Making myself something to eat in the kitchen. Dog, which I had no idea who the dog was, in my kitchen, laying down with a squeaky toy. And I remember saying to someone, I had a dream last night that I was in this apartment. I have no idea where it was. That would be kind of nice. And I had a dog. I'm not going to have a dog. And it had a squeaky toy. And I looked at the squeaky toy and the dog and went, wow, I really love him. Or her, whatever it was, right? And I went, Spirit, what? Because Bill, this is it, guys. You're having deja vu for recognition of where you've been and where you're going. Where you've been, sixth dimension, always in it. We're doing duals, right? We are in dual dimensions. Our higher self is up there. Our human is right here. Going through. That's faster energy, right? 6D is faster energy. As we try to catch up, that's the plan. We have to catch up with that. Why should we become one? That's what deja vu is. I've already done it. I'll bet I have had 20 deja vus in a month. Maybe 3 weeks. It's every day one or two. Every day one or two. Even about this program. I have had deja vu about this program. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing this program. And I'm talking to like a box thing. Yeah, I don't know what it is. This is like in the 80s, right? 90s. Before computer stuff was out, right? Before cell phones, stuff like that. And I'm like, I don't know who I was talking to, but I was talking to someone and it wasn't on the phone. And then it starts to, oh, wow. Connect 10, 15, 20 years later. Now it's like zoom, 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 zoom. Because time is going faster. We're out of 3D. We still live in a third dimensional semi-world. That's what that's what the circus is all about. That's what everything is all about. That's what energy goes up, energy comes right back down. And then it goes up and it comes right back down. Then it's plateaus. Then it goes up or it goes down. See? And we have to ride that wave, Spirit says, like we're on a surfboard. Or a toboggan, if you're into snow. But as we do that, we are slowly catching up with ourselves, which I find fascinating. That makes my heart go, like, flutter. Because I cannot wait until that happens to us. Cannot wait till that happens to us. Because it's going to. It's already happened to people. And I look at them and go, holy shit. And they're still going, which is so awesome. Because there's so much for us to discover in ourselves. All that dormant DNA, baby, every freaking day. Every day. Forgot I can't snap my fingers because you know who comes in. What do you got in your mouth? You better not have torn up that squeaky already. She likes to disembowel squeaky toys and then run around with the inside of her mouth. Yeah, Bailey did the same thing. Hence why she does it. Because they're pretty much the same. But that is cool for us because we know what's going to happen to us. We know the changes in our chemistry, in our body type, in our in just the way that we think and how connected we are to the divine and the source and absolutely being in bliss because nothing is wrong with us. Nothing is bad with us. Nothing is hurting us. There's nothing there to do that. That's only third dimension. Struggle energy. Ego energy. Like Spirit said months ago, we get to 2026, and now I understand why, because of freaking Saturn and Pluto. Ego switches for some of us from a negative ego to a positive ego. Who knew? And what that means is it's no longer in 3D, and neither are we. See? Might be the part of our world that we live in. Because again, like Spirit said, this month, last month, everybody's going to move. You're going to move to the place that you need to be for them. Not for us, for them. And everybody will say, well, Bill, no. You may say that now in February 2024, but what would you say if you got picked up and moved because you were rich? Got remarried. Rich. Had all the money in the world. Rich. Will money be that important as we move forward? No. But when we're going from 3D to 4D, 5D, 6D, right? It makes a difference. And you don't know about it yet. Don't know about it yet. So when that happens, and you go, where would I want to move if, gosh, what did Bill always say? Wow, you know what? Maybe I want to live in Montenegro. Oh my gosh, or maybe I want to live in the Virgin Islands, or maybe I want to live in Alaska, right? Maybe wherever. Maybe I want to live in the Canary Islands, or maybe I want to live in Fiji, or Australia, because you will. That's the cool thing, because when you make your decision-ish, maybe by then we have a choice, right? We don't know. But I can tell you, we're all moving, because wherever you're at is third dimensional, and you're going to be moving to a non-third dimensional location. Michigan's not there yet, and it won't be for a while. The Midwest, the same exact thing. The cities will still be the cities, right? But the blessing with that is the government will shift into a government that takes care of people. There'll be no more poverty, no more homelessness, no more kids going without food, adults going without food, right? And we can't understand what that means yet, because we don't live in a world that is like that. Not in the United States for sure, right? But when you take the 1% and you tax them as their business shrinks because of third dimensional companies, unless they change and grow and switch, because they will. Just like after 2020 and the pandemic, companies had to switch. How am I going to sell to these people now? Right? Electric cars, same thing. Electric cars that can fly, same thing, because they're coming by 2030. Okay? And how's that going to look? Right? I don't know. But it's going to be kind of cool to be George Jetson. And then people say, well, Bill, that's if you can afford it. Oh, no. If that's what you want, you're going to receive it, because they're going to make sure of that. Might be fun, might be kind of cool. But the younger people will do it, and the old folks like me, nah, I'm good. But it's kind of cool to watch them speed in the air underneath the airplanes. Kind of cool. Because that's going to happen. There going to be older folks that actually have that happen. We'll be here to see it. But the younger folks will embrace it, because they're supposed to. Gen Zers are going to change the freaking world. And all we can do is sit back and watch. And that's what's cool about it. As our parents did, as our grandparents did. Watch the world change in front of our eyes. The blessing is for us, everyone who watches this program, I don't care how old you are, you're going to see miraculous change in your lifetime, and it's going to blow your freaking brains. You're going to be like, that is freaking amazing. How does that happen? They're already working on, I read this yesterday, they're already working on, because we've talked about this before, how these oceans can rejuvenate us. How the oceans can actually heal us. How the oceans, yes, can actually, I get it. Left side of the hand says, I know, is going to rejuvenate our bodies. Every part of our bodies. Without surgery, without transplants, not anything. Anything at all. Spirit says, what we do now is primitive compared to where we'll be in 20 years. Less than 20 years. It's true. It's true. We've never seen anything like this in our lifetime. We never will. That's the thing. So we're going to be paying attention and thinking, wow, that's why Spirit says, document, document, document. Because as we go through and things are changing faster than we can believe, you have to be able, I know. Spirit says, it'll be like photos, only in a writing or a voice. What your take is on the shift. Pictures won't tell you, right? You can say, oh, I remember, but you won't remember. Because as we move forward, we remember less here in our head and more remembrance here, kind of like in the sky. We do that now, right? So all this is coming together for us in the next 2 to 5 years, maybe 6 years. 6 years is 2030 already. Where'd that go? And the way that things are going, it is almost the end of February already, guys. We turn the clocks back in 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. Thank God. Winter's gone, right? We made it through the winter without having, in Michigan anyway, a really cold, frigid, snowy winter. All of the high temperatures now are in their upper 30s. It's going to be in the 60s next week, in the end of February, beginning of March. Climate change works in with our ascension. And for the people who don't like winter, it's been a pretty good one. I didn't have to shovel once. That's pretty good. It's a good thing. For people who like winter, it's not that good. But that's why you can see, I know. Spirit says you can see that in the weather, how fast transformation can happen. How fast transformation can happen. And it's only going to get it's only going to get quicker, he says, which is true. The thing we have to do is document. I can tell you that if I didn't document the last 5 years, that I would be absolutely wonder WTF. What happened? What happened? Because I wrote as much as I possibly could on my iPad, but right now, I can't remember anything from 2020. Nothing. Nothing at all. Completely gone. Completely gone. And every time that I go to do it, they stop me. I think it's in the cloud. Right? I think that's what it is. That's there. If you want to, Spirit always says, if you want to reach it, Bill, you'll reach it at the right place at the right time. Okay? In other words, don't freaking worry about it, dude. Just stop. That's all of us. It's all of us. And the cloud we use you don't have to pay for. It's yours. It's good. He just said, we'll retrieve any memory that you need at the right time. Because what memories do, he says, is stop you from moving forward, which is true. I've never said that to anybody. That's freaking awesome. It's so freaking true. So freaking true. It's third dimensional. Looking back at things like that, listening to music that reminds you of things in 3D. I mean, I've heard a lot of music, right? And I mean, there's songs that just get me to either cry, get me excited, get me thinking about the future. Rocket Man by Elton John, right? There's a song by Major Tom from David Bowie, 1969, I believe. I was 9 years old, and I can sing the song like it's on today. But I always thought about that. What is that about? Also, when I look at the moon has this energy. The full moon is tomorrow, okay? And it's a leap year, 29 days. All those are lucky. All those things mean something to us in 2024. But for anybody who can remember songs from their childhood, right? From, I don't know, 3 years old to 21, 22, maybe 20. That is music that you may not have been thinking of as being something, but it's pretty much telling you the future. No matter what kind of music it is, right? It does. It truly does. And then when you are able to access that, when you need to, for writing a book, doing a podcast, getting your name out there, having an audience, without even trying, people are going to flock to you. Why? Because they're all looking for knowledge, all looking for inspiration, all looking for heart stuff, to people to tell me what the heck is going on in my head, because I'm floating all the time. I can't concentrate. I can't even multitask. I can't do anything anymore and I'm only 26. I mean, come on, I don't have dementia, dude, because people go there. They go there. No, you're in midheaven. But I can't get anything done because you're in midheaven. Once you zoom into 5D, you're going to be like, what the fuck is happening to that? Where's everybody at? Well, they're over there. They're back there. You're not. And that's when people start to come to you and ask you questions and want you to understand who they are, and giving them, without even thinking, channeling your spirit guides and going, la, 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 la. They go, oh my God, that's me. That's why Spirit has said before that all the information that the ways we're going to get paid in the future, money's not going to be that important, but it's going to be still we have to have it, right? It's going to be by people following you. Podcast, internet, YouTube, live events, all those kinds of things can be incentivized. And that's going to be you. Maybe you just maybe you just connect with your grandchildren. Because remember, any child after 2000 is a starseed. Every child born after the year 2011, the beginning of feminine energy, has no past life baggage. And they can tell you things. If you'll listen, if you love them, if you show them that you do, and they feel comfortable around you, they will tell you who they were last lifetime and what they look like and who they were. And I was a girl, I was a boy, and to be a mommy, I was a daddy, right? On the frontier, I lived in the water. Because guess what? Fourth and fifth and sixth dimension, all of a sudden in our space, we see mermaids. We see dragons. We see unicorns. All those things are real, but not in 3D. Why? Because everything is compacted. Survival. As that goes away and we lose it and we rise in higher dimensional energy, don't be surprised. Oh my God, you're hallucinating. No, I'm not, because I see it too. You're kidding. No, it's right there. And that's the way everything's going to be, because it's there already. We just can't see it because we're not allowed to. Just like the ETs from other places. It's not time. Spirit says, because we got to get you a momentum. We have to get you a momentum, Bill. They need to understand, they need to have momentum to rise into higher dimensional energy. Allowing themselves to flow. Allowing themselves to flow is a massive 3-word thing. Allow themselves to flow. How do you do that? Stop thinking. Stop thinking. And we're going to have more of these conversations as we go on because I know, because 2024 is going to flip people out. All right? Need something? You know how to get in touch with me? Okay? I'll answer your questions. As long as it's not a Bible, I can't do a Bible and text it. It's impossible. I can't do it. I've tried in the past. And it's like, because Spirit talks so fast, so I do too, that I can't, and if I talk into my phone, all the words are wrong. I said to somebody this past week, I said, I'm talking into my phone, I can't understand, can anybody understand me? Because this can't at all. I'll say 2 words and a whole another sentence will come out that I didn't say. What's that about? And I've even said to them, is that 6th dimensional? And they went, don't think so. Might be your phone. I'm like, okay, well, it's getting something from somewhere. It's not from me. Again, if those things happen to you, welcome to the party. Okay? But if you need something, let me know. Something short. I can answer the questions, yes, no. I give maybe 2, 3, 4 sentences, whatever, but I can't give everything. Okay? That's a reading. Readings are still on sale to the end of the month, the 29th. $90 for 30 minutes and $110 for 60 minutes. That's $45 off every single reading. Also, Elements is still going on. I still have them up on my website. If you want personal one-on-one coaching and you want someone who can give you straight talk, number one, because they don't mince any words when it comes to being personal, right? They're able to completely look at the energy that you carry and absolutely get you to understand it's all emotional. It's all things from our childhood in 3D that we have to lose before they'll allow us to ascend. You can think that you're ready, and that's ego. And when you go, okay, Bill, I think I'm good. Like I think in the last 2 or 3 months, I've had 3 or 4 people who did not rejoin. And within 5 to 6 weeks, they rejoined. Because like, Bill, I can't make sense of that. Well, yeah, because you're not in 4th, 5th dimension yet. You know, you're there, but you have to take one more step. You got to take, right? You got to keep going because they know that you're on the train. And without somebody who's going to help you understand your 3rd dimensional stuff and which train you got to get on, Hogwarts, right? You're going to be toiling about, oh my gosh, I don't know, because you're not supposed to know yet. So those are on my website, Air, Water, Fire, Earth, and the Universe package, okay? Whichever package you purchase, 12 months, you get 13th month free, right? They are 60 to 70% off the regular reading price every single month. It's a deal. It's a deal, okay? So if you want to get there faster without doing it yourself, which is kind of tough, trust me, I did it. Sign up, billhobart.com or elementsessions.com. And if you guys would please for me, in about 10, 15 minutes, go over to YouTube, like the video, and leave a comment if you would. If you haven't already subscribed, please subscribe to the video, or to the channel. Because I keep getting that once Hawaii shows up, that it's going to be fast. And it's going to be disorienting for me. And that the energy shift, right? And that the best way to get in touch with me would be in Elements, because I'm doing Elements for sure. Coaching for the Soul, yes. But they keep saying everything's going to change when I get there. All right? They said that before, but I've not been this guy before. And my blockage is gone in the apartment in my life. So, and I got the dog. So I'm believing from them that, and my father, that things are moving fast, just like it's supposed to. So check out Elements, do readings, whatever you guys can do. It'll benefit you 100%, right? Invest in yourself, Spirit says. Invest in yourself. Because guess what? The more that you contemplate, the more that you think, okay, I've got this, and then you get into a place of shutdown, they're going to do something to make you go, I got to get out of the space in my head and move to get you to move forward. Okay. So that's that. Do the YouTube for me, guys, if you would, please. And I'll see you next Thursday. I think so. Coach for the Soul, Thursdays at 3. See you guys.